best to begin, along with Reuben's Pride. Sweet Link showing pace in the early stages from Acheron Bay. The inside Cheeky Tiger goes out 3 wide. They're followed by back midfield Hillcrest King. In behind them then came Little Day. About 4 lengths away then was Nirvana Lass. And back at the rear of the field is Blaze a Light. Along the top of the track they go at the 900 metre mark, and it's a good charge up front with up in that forward division Latin Heights, along with charging around the outside now Acheron Bay. Reuben's Pride it is in the centre. Then about 3 lengths away came Cheeky Tiger over on the inside of Hillcrest King. Further back in the field is Little Day, followed by about 2 lengths away then came Sweet Link. They're followed by Nirvana Lass, and about 4 away last of all Blaze a Light. Down to the 400 metre mark they stride, and taking over now Acheron Bay in front. It's a length and a half in front of Latin Heights second. Reuben's Pride then came on the outside. The top weight Hillcrest King starting to come into it. They're followed by Cheeky Tiger the rails, and wider out as they round the home turn was Nirvana Lass. In the straight 200 to go, Acheron Bay in front. Latin Heights making a run on the outside. They're followed by Cheeky Tiger getting between them, and further back in the field then came Little Day. It's in front now, Acheron Bay. Coming at it, Sweet Link near the line, and wide out Nirvana Lass might beat them all. It has. Nirvana Lass with a strong run has beaten Acheron Bay. And back in the centre, Latin Heights in a great finish. Close up, getting up along the inside was Sweet Link. And behind them to pull up there was Little Day, Cheeky Tiger. Further back in the field, Reuben's Pride. And one of the last in then was Hillcrest King.
7-4-1 official in Adelaide, 7-4-1.
Very keen affair in the first. That one's come from race number 2 here. It's official 155. 155 Solar Star, a late scratching. Bookmakers asked to line their books. The rest of them are in and set to go. Solar Star, the late scratching at 155. Now they're set. Ready for race number 2 on the program. They're off and racing this time. A little slow to go. There was Valadero Miss. Winning the start was Albertino over on the inside. Secret Million showing some pace to go and join it early. Just in behind them then over on the outside is Go for Diamonds. Whipping around them as per the drawing. Back on the rails came Jasmine Jive. About a length and a half back then came Tricky Eyes. And it's racing over on the inside there of another one on the outside obscured at the moment. And last of all is Valadero Miss. Babaco it was on the outside. Down the side they come. Albertino it is in front by half a length. Secret Million as per the drawing third. Tricky Eyes moves up on the outside to fourth. They're followed by Go for Diamonds, Babaco. And behind them then second last now is Jasmine Jive. And 4 away last of all is Valadero Miss. As they come down the side of the track, Albertino is the leader. About to be joined now over on the outside by Tricky Eyes, who's moved round them stylishly. They're followed by in third placing came as per the drawing Babaco winding up. At the head of the rest Go for Diamonds as they swing for home with Jasmine Jive. In the straight now Albertino's being collared on the outside by Tricky Eyes, who moves up stylishly. Wider out as per the drawing, and further back Go for Diamond. In the centre Tricky Eyes joining it now as per the drawing. As per the drawing goes to the lead near the line, and as per the drawing a length on the line Tricky Eyes. Albertino might have just hung on for third in front of Go for the Diamonds. They're followed by Jasmine Jive. Babaco in behind them, followed by Valadero Miss, and last to pull up Secret Million with the late scratching of Solar Star. Await the numbers on race number 2 on the program. You'll find that as per the drawing, it's got the verdict here.
Weight is right in Adelaide, correct one.
Number 3, they're ready to go. Stanwell, China Band, the inside runner. They're off and racing this time. A reasonably even dispatch. China Band might have just won the start, taking it on early. Bright Scholar as they go up the hill. And the charge is on, and Serena Fear's come right across the field to lead. Serena Fear past the 1200 metre mark, takes over in front. Kingdom's Delight up on the outside goes to second. Bright Scholar third the rails. Length and a half away then in the field came Ice Scotch. About 6 or 7 back then Saxon White. 2 away in second last placing is China Band. Band, and Shiatsu's back at the rear, well strung out as they go along the side of the track now towards the 800 metre mark. Serena Fear a length in front of Bright Scholar, who's gone to the outside and going up to join it now. In third placing is Kingdom's Delight, racing on the outside of Ice Scotch, about 5 or 6 away, then Saxon White, a further 3 back. Came in second last placing Shiatsu, and last of all is China Band. Down the side they come. Bright Scholar, the top weight, draws half a length in front of Serena Fear, the inside second. They're followed by Kingdom's Delight. In behind them, Ice Scotch, a gap back, then Saxon White, followed by Shiatsu, and tailed off last of all is China Band. They're about to round the home turn, and over on the outside, Bright Scholar is in front of Serena Fear. Further back, Ice Scotch, wider out Kingdom's Delight from Saxon White, and one's dumped the rider back in the field. In the run home, it's on the outside, Bright Scholar, drawing up to kicking back, Ice Scotch, Bright Scholar, Ice Scotch and Bright Scholar, Ice Scotch has beaten Bright Scholar. Third's close, Kingdom's Delight, or back in the centre, Saxon White. They're followed by Serena Fear, Shiatsu, and let's have a look which one's dumped the rider. Up there at the top of the straight, the rider has come off Saxon White. Stand by for the placings on race number 3 in the program. I think it's Saxon White, or is it China Band? The cap's come off, so let's just have a look. Photo for all placing. The Alexandra Cup, and they're racing this time. Fairly even dispatch. Larnook showing pace shortly after the start, along with Lord York. Just in behind them when they settled down on the outside was Red Gum Flyer. Now settling down into stride, and over on the outside, Redwood Flyer now up challenging for the lead with Larnook as they go out of the straight. Latin's Joy trap wide. In behind them, Kate's Bounty, followed by getting up along the inside. China Walk between runners was Lord York. They're followed by Tiger Trap back in the field with Calandavin. Fiery Guy second last, and last of all is Yalambi Lad. Up the hill they start to climb, and the leader in front is Redwood Flyer by 2 lengths over Larnook second. Latin's Joy up on the outside is third. They're followed by Kate's Bounty, racing with the stablemate Lord York. Further back then was China Walk along the inside. Length away Tiger Trap the outside, followed by Calandavin. Then a get back in the field came the other pair. Yalambi Lad is second last, and last of all is Fiery Guy. They've got to the top of the hill at about the 1100 metre mark in the Cup, and Redwood Flyer is the leader by a length. Larnook's come off the rails to be second. Third, Latin's Joy, followed by him. Behind them came Kate's Bounty. They're followed by going around the outside of the field. Then came Tiger Trap improving. Further back was Lord York on the inside. Further afield then came Calandavin on the outside there of China Walk. They're followed by, back in second last placing is Yalambi Lad. Back with it Fiery Guy as they come down the side of the track in the Cup, and Larnook's now taken over in front, draws 3/4 in front of Redwood Flyer, who's second with 400 metres to go. Kate's Bounty starting to improve. Latin's Joy out wider with Tiger Trap. In behind them, China Walk, and at the head of the rest would have been Lord York as they swing for home in the Cup. And down on the inside, Kate's Bounty, and over on the outside, coming into it is China Walk, and Larnook still there. It's Larnook over on the outside. China Walk finishing on, followed by Kate's Bounty on the rails. It's Larnook in front of Kate's Bounty and China Walk. Larnook in front in the Cup, and Larnook will win. Larnook by a length and a half. Second placing Kate's Bounty, third China Walk. In behind them then to pull up would have been Yalambi Lad, who made ground in the run home. Further back then came Lord York on the inside. A gap back then came Tiger Trap. In behind them, Fiery Guy, followed by Latin's Joy, then Redwood Flyer, and amongst the tail enders to pull up was Calandavin. Wait the numbers on the Cup. Numbers about to come up on the Alexandra Out County Bow, along with Alpine Bow. Sky Point Ready Speed. 1950 metres the journey. They're off and racing this time. Reasonably even dispatch. Race Funds down on the inside will be headed off early by Loving Hope. Loving Hope with Race Funds, followed by Cinder Eyes. Coming across from out wider in the field was Bracing. They're followed by, just in behind them, tracked a little wide as they go past us, was Cresta Court. As they swing out of the straight and towards the back, Race Funds up front, along with on the outside Loving Hope. Then Loving Hope in fact ran off the track there and lost ground, and Race Funds is left in front of Cinder Eyes second. Over on the outside, racing to third then was was bracing. Just in behind them came Alpine Bow. They're followed by Loving Hope making ground around the outside again. Up in that leading division was Victor John. Length and a half away then came Cresta Court. Further back in the field then was Omni Speed as they climbed to the top of the hill. Sky Point is at the head of the rest, followed by well back out of its ground was County Bow, and back at the rear is Deep Arrow. Up to the top of the hill they climb, and the leader is Race Funds on the inside. Cinder Eyes joins it on the outside, and they race 4 or 5 in front. Third placing occupied by Loving Hope. They're followed by Victor John over on the outside. Further back then came Alpine Bow the rails. Then bracing over on the outside, followed by commencing a run 3 wide. Coming into it now is County Bow. There followed by at the head of the rest came Deep Arrow. Getting back out of its ground is Omni Speed. It's back towards the rear along with Sky Point. And now Cresta Court's last of all. Down the hill they come at the 500 metre mark. And the leader is again Race Funds by a length. In second placing is Cinder Eyes on the outside. 3 or 4 back then came Victor John. Improving now on the outside is Omni Speed. At the head of the rest County Bow as they round the home turn from Alpine Bow the rails, and further back came Deep Arrow swinging the home turn. Race Funds for Harry Bacon at the 200 metre mark, over a length in front. Omni Speed's the danger, racing up on the outside, and further back in the field came Alpine Bow. It's Race Funds in front, Omni Speed and Sky Point from a long way back getting the split. Omni Speed in front near the line. Omni Speed gets there a neck. Sky Point made up many lengths in the run home to get second. Third was Race Funds. In behind them Alpine Bow. Further back to pull up then was County Bow, followed by Deep Arrow, followed by further back came Bracing. In behind them then came Cresta Court. At the head of the rest Cinder Eyes, and Victor John was one of the last ones in, along with Loving Hope. Stand by for placings on race number 5 on the program. Numbers about to come up. You'll find Omni Speed will get it here, number 4. Number going in the front next to it. Starter Jeff Purvis goes to the platform. Ready for a start. Set and racing this time. Very slow to begin there. Shamtee stood in the stalls, missed it about 8 lengths, and settling down into stride, Roy's Prodigy is the leader. It's being taken on early by Cumberland Arms on the outside. Cumberland Arms draws 3/4 in front of Roy's Prodigy as they race to the top of the hill. Racing back in third placing is Budget Baby, True Bachelor the inside. Then Miss Mambar in that forward division. 2 lengths away then in the field came Merry Master, followed by over on the outside Do Ray, and back at the rear is Kentucky Wildcat, with the exception of Shamtees, which is about 25 lengths away from the second last horse. Down the side they come, Cumberland Arms in front. Miss Mambar's gone up now to join it on the outside. 2 lengths away then Roy's Prodigy, the inside of Budget Baby. Length and a half away then came True Bachelor. Over on the outside Do Ray starting to improve. A gap back then in the field came well back out of it Kentucky Wildcat, Merry Master, and forget about Shamtees. They're about to round the home turn, 220 metres to go. And Cumberland Arms straightens up about 3 or 4 in front. Trying hard Miss Mambar from Budget Baby. Further back then in the field was Roy's Prodigy, but in the run home it's Cumberland Arms clear. Trying hard Budget Baby, Miss Mambar. Cumberland Arms though still in front. It's hanging on near the line, and Cumberland Arms has just won. Kentucky Wildcat flew out of the ground to get second. Third placing maybe Budget Baby. From out wide on the track Do Ray, Roy's Prodigy, Merry Master, Miss Mambar, Shamtees and True Bachelor. Number 4, Cumberland Arms, Debbie Coleman will be the winner here. One that's weaved its way through the field and finished on well late was Kentucky Wildcat. She'll find Cumberland Arms will hang on and win this from Kentucky Wildcat, which saw daylight near the line and was certainly flying home. Still walking around, will be led up next along with Tornate's Pride. So still only a handful out here. Cross Gauntlet moving forward. Soaring Monarch is the riderless one there. In fact, all set, the final event on the program. Sir Pike and the all white, the inside runner. Starter Jeff Purvis goes to the platform for the last time today. They're all set for a start in the last. Field settles. ready and racing this time. A little slow to go, Tornade's Pride and Wild Bull. Sir Pike won the started lead, settling down. Whipping around the outside, Soaring Monarch to join it early. Brenton John up in that forward division, followed by Clarendon Street Flight Girl, Cross Gauntlet Begrudge. In behind them, Tornade's Pride and Wild Bull at the rear. They climb to the top of the hill, 1,200 metres to go in the last. Sir Pike the leader. On the outside, Soaring Monarch joining it. Flight Girl nicely positioned behind the leader, followed by Brenton John. It's outside, a length and a half away then Cross Gauntlet, followed by Tornade's Pride improving. They're followed by Clarendon Street, Wild Bull and Begrudge last of all. Along the side of the track they come now at the 750 metre mark, and the leader is Sir Pike in the all white. Strides 2 or 3 in front. In second placing is Flight Girl. They're followed by Soaring Monarch over on the outside. Back behind them then Brenton John. Further afield then came Cross Gauntlet. A length and a half back then in the field came Begrudge, followed by Wild Bull and Clarendon Street last of all. Down the side they come in the last at the 550 metre mark, and Sir Pike's now being grabbed in the lead by Soaring Monarch. Soaring Monarch race to the lead, draws 3/4 in front of Sir Pike. Cross Gauntlet just in behind them. Tornade's Pride wider out as they round the home turn, and Brenton John at the head of the rest before our Wild Bull very wide in the straight. Soaring Monarch in front, Cross Gauntlet coming at it on the outside, and there followed by further back came Flight Girl and Wild Bull down the extreme outside. It's Soaring Monarch, and on the outside joining in quickly Cross Gauntlet. Cross Gauntlet has just beaten on the inside Soaring Monarch on the line. Wild Bull was third. In behind them then to pull up would have been Flight Girl. There followed by Clarendon Street, Tornade's Pride, Sir Pike Begrudge, and last to pull up would have been Brenton John. I think it's got there. Close go though. I think you'll find Cross Gauntlet's got this on the outside from Soaring Monarch.